Well, good morning, YouTube. It's about 7 in the morning. I don't even know what day it is. I haven't ridden for 4 days. It's like Wednesday or Thursday. I don't even know. It's like 65 degrees out here, so it feels warmer though. It feels kind of humid out here right now. I have a dentist appointment today at 2 o'clock. I got to get a root canal. I know I'm for sure getting a root canal done. I might be getting 2 crowns put on. The 2 root canals I had done last time. So I don't know. I don't remember what they told me. I know I'm getting the root canal done. I know that for sure. That's what they told me last time. So. I had a fun last few days. I haven't ridden for like 4 days, and it was completely my fault. I overindulged. I overindulged bad. Like, I got my food money, and I ended up buying a crap load of junk food I shouldn't have been eating, and I ate some of it, and then I realized what I was doing was really bad for me, and donated the rest of it to my mom and my roommate. And then I still had some more of it later on. The ice cream didn't bother me, but I ended up eating like cookies and chocolate chip muffins and mini donuts and cinnamon rolls. Yeah, I just ate a bunch of stuff that in my condition I should not have been eating. So I've been feeling pretty horrible for a few days. So I'm going to stick close to here for now. Maybe 10-20 minute ride, just cruise around the neighborhood. It's a little hazy out here. It's not going to rain or anything, but feels nice. It was feeling warm before I started moving, but now it feels comfortable. Feels comfortably cool. So, what about these protests? I've been watching, of course, John Hicks, because he's streaming like a madman, and then of course Raw Stunts keeps saying he's going for rides in the protest with John Hicks, which is kind of true. I mean, he might be riding around with him, but he keeps editing it out. He doesn't edit the what's up encounters and see later encounters or offer the tow encounters, but he's editing out like the rest of the video. And John Hicks is just out there for hours on end. I'm like, when does that guy go to the bathroom? Is he wearing some Depends? Is he wearing a man diaper? He's just pissing and shitting himself all. I'm not going to say that anymore. That's messed up. He's making pit stops somewhere. He's got like a camel bladder or some shit. Oh, it's like they're working on the roads. I just rode over a road back there, and it was ground down, like they're getting ready to repave it. Which I don't understand, because it's not that damaged of a road. Again, they're fixing a road that didn't really need to be fixed that much. I don't know why they don't fix the really bad roads. They fix the lightly. It's in a neighborhood, so it kind of gets traffic, but for the most part, it doesn't get like through traffic all the time. It gets going to my house and leaving my house traffic. I mean, for these people, I don't live over here, obviously. Yeah, but these protests are mostly peaceful, and Donald Trump's an asshat. He's trying to send the military in there to start shit. Try to get these people riled up, and so he can prove his point and become an authoritarian asshole. Give himself an excuse. That's not cool. We don't need the military. LA's got plenty of police. Now around here in San Bernardino, I know our police force is kind of not so big. So I don't know what would happen here if we started protesting here, and I'm worried if it starts here, it might actually get violent, just because I'm in San Bernardino, and San Bernardino is pretty violent in some areas. The areas where protests usually happen, which are south of here, I mean, people don't protest over here. They might hold like rallies up at Cal State or something, but they don't protest in the neighborhoods. Are they coming or going? Can't tell where they're out in the road. I guess they're going. Why they're all over the road, I don't know. I mean, why are you spread all over the road, people? It's a road. Technically, where I was riding right now is where they needed to be so that I could be where I was supposed to be. Of course, then I'd run into them on the way back, but, you know. I was watching this video someone made of like this black pregnant woman that was getting cited for walking on the wrong side of the road in Texas, down like a single lane road, not a one way, but like a line. It didn't have a line. It was just like it was a road like this where you have to just kind of be smart and don't ride in the middle like I am. But she was walking against traffic, and you're supposed to walk against traffic unless Texas's laws are different. But like in California, when you walk, you're supposed to be walking against traffic, so you can see what's coming at you, instead of like waiting to get run over from behind. And so she was walking against traffic, and then they decided to give her a ticket. And so her husband popped up with his phone and was like, getting ticketed for walking while black. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right, because there was a bunch of other people apparently walking out there, and they only messed with her. It's like, come on, man. Morning. It sounds like a coyote over there. So my thought processes are all over the place. I didn't really have any idea what I was going to talk about when I got out here. I had a few ideas. I mean, the dentist, my diet, John Hicks, raw stunts. I didn't organize my thoughts well enough, though. Everything's just kind of jumbled together. I feel like I ran something over my front tire, but it's okay. I do think I need to put a little bit of air in it, though. I was squeezing the top of it the other day, and it was going in a little bit, but I don't know. I don't seem to have any problems turning or anything with it. Yeah, my sleep schedule got all screwed up for 4 days too. I mean, there were days when I kind of felt like I could go for a ride, but it was like too hot. I mean, props to these protesters, man. They're out there walking around in the heat in mass, which just generates way more body heat, and they're out there doing their thing. I'd love to go protest or something, because I'd like to, because it's the right thing to do, but it's like I can't, because I can't handle the heat. That's why I'm out here at like 7 in the morning right now. I was going to start doing night rides, and I was looking at Amazon to buy a better light. I was going to spend like $40 on a good light, and then with my money, I ended up buying my mom a car charger, like a battery charger. I said, you know what, Mom, I'm going to do something nice for you and buy you that charger you want. So I bought her a car battery charger. The last couple of times, well, out of the last 3 times she went, her car didn't want to start 2 of the times, but then started, so her battery might be having issues. But now that she's driven it a few times, it's running better. So the battery may have just been low. The car didn't want to turn over or whatever. But I bought her the charger. It was like $24. It was on sale. Had a lot of, like 1,500 really good reviews. You just need an extension cord for it, because doesn't have a very long plug on it. You have to plug it into it. It's not the rechargeable, not the kind that has a battery built into it, so you can just charge off the battery. You have to actually plug it into a wall. That's what she wanted anyway, so. Of course, it's not going to do her any good if she gets stuck somewhere. She'll have to call AAA and get a jumper, get her battery changed out or something. But I could have swore she just had that battery changed out like a few years ago, and she doesn't drive that much, so it shouldn't be worn out. A lot of little squirrels out here, I gotta be careful, okay. Lately, the squirrels have been like running back, like they run one way and they see me coming, then they decide to run back in front of me, and I'm like, why did you do that, squirrel? What the hell? I'm gonna wait for this. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for this guy. I'm gonna wait for this guy. I could have made that, but you know, I'm gonna wait. So like, I did something a little shady. I posted up that short about the dog attacking me, and nobody really watched it. So then I put it, a poodle attacks me, but then nobody really watched that. So then I put it up as why dog why, and then it got like 5,000 views. I'm like, okay, I guess it just my title was shitty. The first two were shitty, and the third one caught the eye of the viewer, the viewers on YouTube. Oh, I am like so bummed out. And this is not a negative bummed out thing for the person that doesn't like me being bummed out. A brand reached out to me to try something out, and I couldn't do it. I thought, they said they wanted to send me a bike rack, and I thought they were talking like a carrier for my bike, like the one on the back on here. So I'd take this one off and put a different one on to test out, like a free carrier. It was a bike carrier. It was for your car. It was like the kind you put on the back that you have to attach underneath like the tow hitch area that you can stick two bikes on. Not the kind you attach to your trunk, but the one that like folds up and telescopes out. Almost like, looks like a power chair lift thingy or whatever. It was called Outriggers, I think is what the brand was called. And I was like, dang, and I was like, there's no way mom's gonna go for that, because you've all seen my mom's Camaro in my videos when I get done, or when I'm working on the bike and stuff. And they must have saw the Camaro, and they must have a model compatible with my mom's Camaro. But then I'm like, damn, that's an expensive thing I could have reviewed for free. They said they would have sent me everything I needed to make the video, and I wouldn't have to pay for nothing. I'm like, dang. Someone finally reached out, and I couldn't take advantage of it, and it was legitimate this time. The last time someone reached out, it was a total scam. Someone trying to make $100 off of me. But I'm like, dang, man. So that's at least two legitimate people that have reached out, like Ultraverse with the tires, and then Outrigger, I think is what it called, with the brand, with the bike rack. And it was a bike carrier specifically designed for e-bikes, and they showed them putting like fat tire e-bikes in the carrier, and I'm like, dang. Somebody was coming up behind me, but I think they turned off somewhere. I don't know what I want to do now. I was going to cut across E Street, but I think I'm just going to go like do some up in north and south, east and west riding just through my blocks around here. Just cruise around over here. I don't feel like I want to venture that far away from home right now. I know it's not going to be stressful over here, and I don't want to end up getting myself in a situation where I feel like I can't go to my dental appointment because I stress out too much. So I'm going to stay over here, just cruise around. Cruise around over here, man. That's what I'm gonna do. Maybe get down to one bar gone on the rear battery and then head home or something. That'll be about 6-7 miles. I'll hear that squeak. I'm just backpedaling and squeaking like crazy. It's squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. You ever watch other people's YouTube videos and it's like a 10-minute long video, but the way they have it edited, it feels like you've been watching it for an hour? I need to learn how to do that because that would be cool. Like a Sir Onster video, that like 10 minutes of pure enjoyment and fun. And it feels like I've been watching for an hour and it was only like 10 minutes and I'm like, wow. An attention grabber type video where you don't want to get distracted by anything else, where you want to watch the video and put your phone down or put your tablet down or look away from your computer monitor, those kind of videos. I don't know if Crescent goes through. It should. Oh, someone knocked someone's mailbox down. That's awesome. I mean, not awesome. I mean, it's sarcastically awesome. Of course it's not awesome somebody knocks someone's mailbox down. Oh, it does go to Marshall. Marshall, Marshall, Marshall. Like everybody's getting up and going to work and stuff now. Yeah, see this road right here. What's this road called? They graded this road down. H. They graded H down all the way up here, but this, I've ridden up here on H and it's not jacked up. I don't know why they decided to repave this one. It's jacked up further down past like where the freeway overpass is, but it's not like jacked up in the neighborhood. I mean, they're all kind of jacked up, and these are visually jacked up, but compared to other areas in the city, they're not bad. I mean, like right here where this crack is, let's go straight. That road to my right there, I should have aimed the camera, but I can't. It's kind of cracked up on the cement. The cement's kind of bad. But you see me riding over this and it's hardly even bumpy. Oh, I lost the bar. I think I might take this ride over 20 minutes. Just keep cruising around over here. Talking about random stuff. So back to the protests. I don't agree with all the tagging people are doing. I mean, they're tagging the middle of the road. They're tagging windows and buildings. And of course, a little bit of looting, like a T-Mobile store got broken into and a Verizon store got broken into. I don't know what else. And leave Waymos alone. Quit torching Waymos. That's messed up. I know you think they're taking the job away from taxi drivers and Lyft and Uber drivers, but like, there's people that their job relies on that Waymo car. There's operators on the other ends of those cars. There's mechanics and technicians and stuff that are paid to work on those cars. And if you burn that car to the ground, that's one less car they have to work on. You're screwing up somebody else's job security. And I know it's not the protesters doing that shit. It's the freaking vandals. It's the people that always come out during protests. All the criminals that come out basically and use the protests like cover so they can loot and be pyros and damage shit and tag shit and It's horrible. And then see, it's those people that think that Trump needs to send the military and overreact and like quell the protesters and all the rioting. There's no rioting. He keeps calling it rioting. Him and his cabinet people, they keep calling it rioting. There's no rioting. There's no rioting. If there was rioting, there'd be like 75% of the people there would be like breaking stuff and throwing stuff and insulting the police officers and the National Guard and the Marines that are going to eventually be there or are already there. Apparently Trump was asleep during the LA riots or something. He was in New York and he just took a nap for the whole thing. He has no idea what a riot actually looks like. I do. I remember watching that crap on the news. When I was a kid. These people aren't rioting. And they need to quit tear gassing them and freaking concussion grenading them and stuff. Oh, morning. Yeah, it's like, why are you shooting stuff at the protesters? They aren't even messing with you. You're like shooting them at the people that are messing with you, but then there's collateral people. Morning. There's the collateral people that are getting affected by it, and you're like pepperballing them and freaking tear gassing them, and there's all these innocent people around getting gassed. I mean, that's not cool. Let's like keep it peaceful, you know? Keep it peaceful. Don't make it not peaceful. So, you know, some cops go to do the right thing. They become cops to protect and serve, and they never want to use their gun. But then there's the trigger happy ones that are just looking for any reason to shoot anything at anybody. And I think pretty sure the ones that are constantly going, oh, okay, you want me to shoot a concussion projectile or a gas, a pepper ball or a tear gas canister? I want to do it. And they're like chomping at the bit to do it. Whereas the other ones are being hesitant because they don't want to actually hurt anybody. But, you know, it's just that's how it is. That's how it is in Trump land and Trump world and Trump America. Trump America, I don't know. It's just... And I was reading like a Yahoo News story where they were talking about how the older like vets are worried about Marines being deployed because a lot of the Marines they're going to deploy are young kids fresh out of boot camp and they're trained to act a certain way in a high stress situation when they're being attacked, and that's to attack the enemy. And all these vets are worried that they're going to overreact and people are going to get seriously injured or killed because these young guys haven't been battle tested yet. Morning. So I'm like, dang, that makes a lot of sense. So on a lighter side of things, I'm thinking about uploading another set of music mixes, and I'm going to do a better job, and I'm going to probably put some kind of screenshots in there. I'm not going to do the media player graphics. That was just kind of cheesy last time I did that. It was very childish looking. But I want to maybe upload like 10 of my mixes, and then I'll space them so that there's a gap between them so that they start and stop individually. And then like I said, put like maybe a long screenshot of my bike or some of my pets or something. Maybe small little snippets of my rides in there. I don't know. And I'm going to call it a feast for your ears. And then I'm going to list all the songs down in the mixes down in the description. I heard somebody coming. Okay. I was just hearing people on E Street. So that's one of my plans. I was going over my mixes last night, but I was getting kind of sleepy, even though I haven't actually been to sleep until like I woke up at like 2 or 3 yesterday. Like I said, I was feeling bad and I had a headache, so I just was trying to sleep it off. It didn't really work. I ended up having to take some pain relievers, and then it kind of finally went away. So I haven't been asleep yet, and I got a dentist appointment at 2 o'clock, so that's going to be fun. But I only ended up listening to like two of my new mixes, one of my old mixes, and I started another one to listen to it, and I just started nodding off. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go to sleep now. I turned it off, and then I just lay there like, oh great, now I can't go to sleep. Awesome. I think I'm going to go home now. I've been riding around like over. Whoa, you hear that? That's the road. That's not my tires. That's just the road I'm riding over. Did you hear that? That's insane. That is so bad. Why didn't they repave that road instead of H? Why didn't they repave the road that sounds like peanut brittle? That road sounded like something Hercules Candy makes. You ever watch their videos? I like watching the Hercules Candy movies, YouTube videos, watching them make candy that I can't eat anymore. God, this road sounds crunchy too. That's crazy. Crunchy ass roads, man. My ride's so crunchy today, bro. What the heck? Alright, we're headed home now, guys. It's probably only like 5 or 6 miles, but you know, it's nice to kind of take my time and be able to organize my thoughts and talk about stuff and not have to worry about like getting run over almost and stuff like that, you know. So, 6.5 miles. Okay, cool. I'll totally take that. Just glad I was able to get out and ride. A little bit of a stress reliever before my dental appointment. It's not like for me, I don't know, for most people, like the getting the mouth drilled into and teeth broken and roots pulled, that's not the part I don't like. It's the needle. Even though for the most part, after they put that topical on there, it doesn't really hurt unless they start getting into the muscle or the tendons and stuff back there. That's when it hurts. Or if they nick the bone, the needle. So the tooth I'm getting root canaled is the lower left side of my mouth and the back, the tooth right in front of the wisdom tooth. I still have a wisdom tooth back there. That tooth has to get root canaled and eventually crowned. Okay. So far, I've only broken one spoke on the rear wheel since I changed the tire. Actually, you know what? That spoke was already broken. I haven't broken any. I keep looking wobbly and I keep looking at it, but I haven't broken any more spokes. So I'm like, okay. So maybe that smoother tire's causing less rolling resistance, which is causing less strain on the spokes. So that's kind of cool. Hope that is the case. Might also be the fact the bigger tires are absorbing more of the impacts. That too. Alright. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home. Larry, you are home. I'm gonna go inside and watch this video. See how it turned out. Hopefully I made sense. I did feel like I was sounding a little bit mumbly. So that's just because I'm tired. Mumbly because I'm tired. I'm awake, but like I'm not tired enough to fall asleep yet, which is what I really need to do. Anywho, with that, remember to have a wonderful whatever, wherever you are. And I will see you all in my next e-bike video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Later. Goodbye.